guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to 20 by Boynextdoor. I cannot wait to get into this one. A few people have actually recommended this one to me, and obviously, like you guys know, I am going through and listening to as much as I can of Boynextdoor's discography, and I have been going sort of in chronological order for the most part, so I am excited to check out this one and see what I can expect because, like I said, a few people have recommended it to me. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But to all that being said, I just can't wait to get into this video, so let's do it.
When I was younger, I was foolish. 금메달이 쉬워 보였던 어린 나이. 못난 꼬라지 싸가지 투어 나인 덤. 서른에 난 그땐 웃고 있어.
Oh, the vocals, Rio.
Ready to 20, I don't think so. 벌써물은 보낸 지 오래고. 내 동갑 내기 친구들은 대학 재수 취업 얘기들로만 가득하고. 어릴 적 내겐 컸던 놀이터 돌아보면 별거.
Oh guys, this one's gonna actually just gonna make my heart melt, isn't it? Like, I feel like this one's really reminiscent and also almost like looking to the future as well, but I think it's just that coming of age point, isn't it? You know, we're obviously saying 20, so I'm assuming this is talking about coming into your 20s, you know, hitting that transitional phase of life, entering into like a new era, and maybe like all of the feelings within that, you know, like the worries, the stresses, the joys, the fear, like everything that comes from getting older, you know. As the years go on, I feel like it just is more an interesting dynamic in trying to figure everything out when it comes to life. But I think just hearing them say, like, looking back, the playground actually wasn't as big as I thought it was when I was younger. Like, now that I'm older, my perspectives on everything in life have changed, you know, and it's not really as fun and joyous anymore as it was when I was able to be naive in life, you know, when everything was just about that sense of joy and happiness and light. Like, there is difficulties as you get older that you have to come across, and you know, it's not always plain sailing. And I think it's just a lovely song to actually talk about the realities of what it's like to enter into like a new era of your life, you know, and start a new chapter in a way. But the vocals are already gorgeous, and also I'm loving the feeling of this song. The way it's a little bit more acoustic, but it's still got like that Boynextdoor feel, you know, like the essence of just their unique sound. I love it, I do.
어릴 적 내겐 컸던 놀이터 돌아보면 별것도 아니고 어머니 그 흔한 젖소리도 그리워져가 아이 나는 아픈데 그렇기만 한데 다들 왜 제일 좋을 때란 짓을 얼마나 좀 내가 겨우 더 얄만해진 것뿐.
Oh, they're just the cutest people ever. Oh, I, who was as small as a grain of rice, have only just grown to the size of an egg. Wow. And I think there is such relatability in that, isn't there? Because, I mean, when you get to the age of 20, I feel like it's such an awkward phase of life because you still have some of that, I guess, like childlike dream fantasy, like younger thoughts and aspects to your personality, you know, and just wanting to see the good in the world. But also it's like you also have that other side to you as well that starts to see the realities of what it's like to enter into adulthood, you know, and to really see this new perspective of the world that maybe you'd sort of been shadowed from a little bit by being in your younger years, you know. And I think it's just when you hit that turning point and you see everything coming to life, it is like, actually, this is a little bit overwhelming. Like, I feel like I'm entering a whole new world in a sense. It's like you're seeing things for the first time, even though you've seen them before. It's like you're seeing them in the actual light of what they are. And it's like everything just feels as if it can be so overwhelming, you know? And I just think that there is so beautifully put, even though it seems like a little bit funny to think of in this aspect of an analogy. It's like, it is so true. You go from being small, you know, like a grain of rice, And people think that by the age of 20, you should know what you're doing or where you're at. And you've got all these pressures of like knowing what job you want to do, knowing what maybe you want to do in university or where you want to live, or like having all these grand ideas of relationships and everything. Like people will expect you by that point to have this set idea of like a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. And it's like, actually, I still feel a little bit as if I'm that grain of rice who is just now expecting to be, you know, more than that and greater than that, when actually in reality I'm only still like a little egg. I'm only just starting this journey, but people are expecting me to know like my whole life story and have it all mapped out for me, when I'm still just in my own mind this like younger version of myself. It's just so real, and I just really love how with Boynextdoor's music they just do put everything into their music of just their reality. I think it's something that I really appreciate.
When I was younger, I was foolish. 금메달이 쉬워 보였던 어린 나이. 못난 꼬라지 싸가지 209 덤. 서른에 난 그땐 웃고 있지. 사는 게 거기서 거기 모두 다 똑같지 뭐. 나이도 어린 놈이 알긴 대체 뭘 한다고. 누군 그만큼 컸대, 누군 내 나이가 너무 부럽대. Yeah. 꿈만 꾸기 바빴던 초등학교, 이리저리 치다 갔던 고등학교, 이제 막 접어든 나이 20살도 청춘이라 투덜대.
It is just like as well sometimes, you know, maybe you do have those feelings and you voice that, and it's like people then say, oh, but you're only young, or like, oh, you should, you know, really capture everything you can in this time period. But it's like sometimes it's difficult for people in saying that because they don't understand actually how you're feeling, you know, and it sometimes feels as if your feelings maybe are pushed to a side or aren't really appreciated for what they are. And it's like, it's completely normal and understandable when you're at that age to feel a little bit lost and a little bit like confused as to what you're meant to be doing and where you're meant to be going and how you're meant to be feeling, because it's something so new. It's something like such a drastic change from what you're used to, you know, but people I don't think always appreciate how difficult it can be of a turning point for you. But what I love as well in this song is just that feeling of, you know, as you're getting older, not taking as many things for granted anymore. Like when you're young, like I said, you know, winning gold medals, it just seems easy. It seems like a piece of cake. It seems so simple. Like achieving things seems so simple. And, you know, having the people around you, like they were saying, like my mum nagging me, that I feel like I took for granted. It's like all of the things that mean so much, that you actually hold so much weight to when you're young, you take so much for granted because they're just a given. They're there. Like they're always a constant thing for you. And as you get older, you start to realise all those things that I maybe saw as something that was easy or something that annoyed me or something that I felt like was too much. It's like now I wish that I could go back and actually take the time to appreciate those things, because as I'm getting older, I'm seeing they're not always there. Like I can't always rely on those things to be so easy or to be there for me, or, you know, to be telling me the things that I need to do. I actually have to rely on myself and rely on the world and the way that the world works, when the world doesn't necessarily work in the best of ways for people sometimes, you know. It's like I feel like I really appreciate that message in this song as well, just like not taking things for granted.
같은 고등학교 이제 막 접어든 나이 20살도 청춘이라 투덜대. 나는 아픈데 그렇기만 한데 다들 왜 제일 좋을 때란지 알만 하던 내가 겨우 달걀만해진 것뿐인데. When I was younger I was foolish. 금메달이 쉬워 보였던 어린 나이. 못난 꼬라지 싸가지 209 점. 서른에 난 그땐 웃고 있을지. My youth is free. 어쩌라고요. My youth is free. 어쩌겠어요. 정답은 들리지 않아.
Songo. When I tell you Songo's vocals, oh, I just, every time I hear Songo's voice, I literally just, I feel like I melt away into nothing. That's the only way I can describe it. He is just phenomenal. His voice is gorgeous. But I think as well, people are saying these are the best years of my life, but actually in reality, it feels like to me as if I'm sort of caught in between. Like I'm not young anymore. Like I'm not in that childish, childlike, youthful stage. But I'm also not in that real mature 30s, like know where I'm going, what I'm doing, like have my life completely set. Like I'm not really that stable, but I'm also not that youthful. I'm just sort of in between everything. I don't have the answers and I don't actually know what I want. So it's like you're sort of caught in between everything. You haven't really got a set structure of what you should be feeling or where you want to be going. So it does feel like you're almost trapped in between. And in that sense, I don't think sometimes people understand how difficult it can be when you're at that age, you know? Because it does feel like there's no real sense of routine, there's no real sense of what you want or where you are or what's going to happen, because it's just all up in the air because you don't really have that set for you. I loved that. I really loved that. I loved the truth of the message in this song. I thought it was something that a lot of people can probably relate to, you know, feeling all the emotions when it comes to hitting that age of 20 and like life sort of changing for you. And you have to just sort of follow along with everything that comes along with that, you know. But also the vocals were beautiful. I loved the sort of feeling of this one, the sort of like sway in the rhythm that you could feel. Really enjoying when it comes to Boynextdoor, like every single time I say, but you just don't know what to expect next because I feel like they have such a different vibe every single time, but also they hold that real like Boynextdoor sound so close that no matter what they do, it just sounds so perfect for them, you know. And like every single genre they play around with, I love it every time. They're just phenomenal and I'm loving hearing more from them. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching along these videos with me. If you are, then make sure you click on that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with the posts on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.